What's going on YouTube? It's Intergalactic Brew. Real briefly, I just wanted to give y'all my UFC 154 prelim predictions because I know I didn't get a chance to do it before. So, hold on one second. Alright, so yeah, basically, like I said, I want to give y'all my UFC 154 predictions. I will be going to watch UFC 154 tonight at the movies over here near my area where I live at. So I encourage all of y'all, if y'all don't feel like spending that 45-50 bucks to watch it tonight, I suggest you go to the movies. It's a lot cheaper. You know, you don't have to worry about, a bill coming in. You just go, pay your money, get you a little snack. You can go by yourself or take your girl out, whatever. But whatever you do, man, y'all don't want to miss UFC 154. This is going to be an epic night tonight. I mean, Carlos Condit could be on the brink of pulling off one of the biggest upsets in UFC history. And trust me, if Carlos Condit beats George St. Pierre tonight, he will send like major shockwaves through the UFC realm or whatever. This probably, if Condit beats St. Pierre tonight, which I believe he can, and which I believe he just might do, but at the same time, like I said, I feel like GSP, he's gonna be like super amped, super motivated. I think he's gonna feed off the rush, no pun intended, of his home country. I mean, he's in his home country tonight, y'all, Montreal, Quebec. But I got a sinking feeling that Carlos Condit, can still pull this off. I mean, I picked GSP, of course, but I'm still not doubting my boy Condit, man. Condit's my dude. But anyway, like I said, if he beats GSP tonight, this probably might be the biggest upset since Fabricio Verdum submitted Fedor last year. So yeah, man. So don't count out Carlos Condit by any means. Just because he didn't win, his fight impressively against Nick Diaz, Carlos Condit is a dangerous threat to St. Pierre's championship. Let me tell you. But anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about these prelims. We got Patrick Cote versus Alessio Sakara. Basically, it's really no real breakdown to this. Everybody knows what's going to happen, or at least what I think is going to happen. These two guys are going to want to come out and have a good old-fashioned slugfest. They both come from striking backgrounds, but then again, we could be deceived here. This fight could turn into, an actual MMA fight. You never know. But hopefully it lives up to the bill, and we see these guys come out and clock each other, for 3 rounds, which I don't think it'll go to. Somebody's getting knocked out. This has knockout of the night written all over it, and somebody's gonna get it. And you know what? If this was not in Canada, I would probably pick Alessio Sakara to win this fight. But Alessio Sakara has shown a weak chin against strikers that are better than him or just as good as him, a la Houston Alexander, a la James. Well, no, he beat James Irvin. But who was that? Chris Lieben. Yeah, Chris Lieben. So yeah, this is a very dangerous fight for Sakara. But like I say, Sakara, he'll bring it. He knows how important this fight is. He knows that if he beats Patrick Cote in Patrick Cote's home country, that'll be really, really big for his career. So I expect Sakara to come out aggressive. get in Cote's face from the jump, let his hands go, maybe throw some kicks in there, and you know, just try to rock Cote early and end the fight as soon as possible. Same thing for Cote. I expect Cote to come out aggressive, you know, get in Sakara's face, you know, try to I'm not gonna say rush him, or you know, just try to bulldoze him, but I do expect him to come out early throwing, and you know, just like with Sakara, you know, try to end the fight early. Now the difference between Cote and Sakara is not only has Cote been a boxing champion before, but he's also had success in kickboxing. And I think that's where Cote is going to have the edge in this fight, being that he's the more well-versed striker. He can use his hands and his feet. Sakara doesn't throw too many kicks. He's mostly just like a pure boxer in there. So expect Patrick Cote to come out and set up his combinations with kicks and looking to land that overhand right. Basically how I see the fight ending is I see, you know, for some reason they get into a clinch, they're up against the cage, and the referee breaks them up, puts them back in the center of the octagon, and Patrick Cote throws a couple of feints, fakes a leg kick, comes over with the overhand right, rocks Sakara. Sakara falls to the mat. Patrick Cote ground and pounds him. End of the fight. I'm gonna say that happens, I'll say late first round. So I'm gonna go late first round TKO Patrick Cote. Okay, next fight we got Cyril Diabate versus Chad Griggs. I don't know why everybody's counting out Cyril Diabate here. I guess because, you know, what happened in the Alexander Gustafsson fight. I mean, that's Alexander Gustafsson. I mean, he's only one of the fastest rising stars in the light heavyweight division. I mean, you know, there's no shame in getting beat by that guy. But, you know, Chad Griggs is no Alexander Gustafsson. So, I'm going to go with Diabate here. I think he's taller. He's got the longer length with his hands and his feet. I think he'll use that to his advantage. I don't think Chad Griggs will try to stand with Diabate. I'll be very surprised if he does. But I expect Griggs to look to take the fight to the ground. If he takes the fight to the ground, then Diabate's in trouble. You know, we saw what happened again, going back to the Gustafsson fight, when Gustafsson was able to take Cyril Diabate down and finish him with a rear naked choke. If Chad Griggs gets Diabate in that situation, Diabate will get submitted. He is not good off of his back, unless he surprises me and his submissions off of his back and his submission defense has vastly improved. But you know what? I think Cyril Diabate can stuff Griggs' takedowns. Griggs is not really that explosive with his takedowns, and I think Diabate is going to be able to submit him. I mean, stuff the takedowns and keep the fight standing. And I eventually see Diabate backing Griggs up against the cage and landing a couple of knees in the clinch and dropping Griggs and ground and pounding him out to a TKO. And I say that happens in the second round. So I'll go Cyril Diabate TKO, second round. Okay, next fight we have is Mark Bocek against Rafael Dos Anjos. This is going to be a classic grappling match, we think. But this could turn into an all-around fight. And you know what? I take that back. This is going to be a good fight, because both guys' striking has improved. Dos Anjos' striking has greatly improved. We saw that in his last couple of fights. But we've also seen Dos Anjos unleashes jiu-jitsu in his past couple of fights as well, and we all know Bocek's reputation as far as jiu-jitsu is concerned. He's a black belt. Both of them are black belts. But you know what? I think with each of them knowing that their grappling skills matches up with one another, I think that's going to cancel out, and I think this fight is going to stay standing. And you know, I think that Dos Anjos will get the better of Bocek standing up, and I think Bocek is going to try to, go for the takedown repeatedly. I don't think he's going to stand too long with Dos Anjos. Going to try to take Dos Anjos down, and you know what? I want to pick Mark Bocek to win this fight. I really, really do. But something just tells me that Dos Anjos is just going to be the better fighter in this fight. So I'm going to go with Rafael Dos Anjos. Submission, I don't know. I guess third round. I don't know. But I'm going to go with Dos Anjos by submission. I hope Bocek just completely proves me wrong and ends up submitting Dos Anjos anyway. But who knows? Like I said, it'll be a good fight. But I'm going with Dos Anjos. But Bocek, he could win this fight too. So we'll just have to wait and see. And then finally, Sam Stout is going to be making his return to the octagon in his home country, going up against John McDessie. And the prelims are about to start, so I'm gonna make this real quick. I got Sam Stout late first round knockout. I'm gonna watch these fights, and then later on I'm gonna head to the movies and watch UFC 154. I will holla at y'all when I can. Appreciate y'all for watching. Two fingers.